Hey y'all, today I'm going to be doing a tag video. I wasn't tagged myself, but I found Yota Style and James Jam, I hope I'm saying her name right. I never pronounce people's names right. And they apparently got this video idea from AmeliaRose, who I also subscribed to. And I think I watched that video quite some time ago, but I don't recall it being a tag video. So when I saw that it was a tag video, I was like, I'm going to do that. So if you're interested in hearing the 10 luxury items I'd buy if money was no object, stick around. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is all about treating yourself to a little bit of luxury, whether that be your cup of coffee, skincare, candles, makeup, all sorts of fun stuff. Whatever makes you feel a little bit better about yourself, makes you a little happy, you deserve to treat yourself. I do it all the time, and I just think everybody deserves to have a little something special. So if that is something you enjoy, please consider subscribing and we'll have some fun. All right, so I literally watched Yota's video, and then she mentioned James Jam, so I went over and watched her video, and then she mentioned AmeliaRose, and I'm like, okay, I've seen that video. So this one was really interesting to me. I thought it was really cool to dream big and think about if, you know, money was no object, which is definitely not the case, but, you know, if money was no object, what would I really truly want or buy? And there was 10 items that I narrowed it down to. There's a lot more, but there's 10 that I definitely would go for right off the bat. So on stop one, we're gonna head over to Hermes and check out the Birkins, because, you know, you can't get your hand on one of those unless you have all the money in the world. No, I'm kidding. Unless you have the means to either wait forever or have a relationship with an advisor. And that means that you've spent quite a bit of dough there. So the first item I would buy, I'm going to start plopping up pictures of what I would like, is the alligator So Black Birkin. So I have been obsessed with the So Black Birkin. I think when I first saw Birkin in Sex and the City years ago, I was like, I want a black Birkin, and I cannot remember if it was Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton, one of those socialites had a So Black one, and I think it was John Paul Gaultier, I believe he's the one who designed it. Yeah, so I've always just lusted after that handbag, and they're just gorgeous. So, you know, a crisp like $150 or so, $150,000 at Sotheby's, just pop one of those in my basket, no problem. Real easy. So that's number one. Number two, because I need one for the casual days. I mean, the alligator one is shiny and patent. That's special. That's for going out. So the everyday version would be the Shadow Birkin, which when I came across these years ago, these seemed so just interesting. I mean, the look of the actual flap and everything, but then just being embossed in the leather, it was just such a cool concept. And it was just like, wow, if I really had all the money in the world, I'd definitely pick up at least one of those. So the Shadow Birkin would be the other. I don't even care what size, but probably a 30, 35. I like my big bags. Big girl, big bags. All about that. I've got my notes here. All right, and last but not least, over at Hermes, in the furniture area, there is a very lovely bench. It's called Les Nécessaires de Hermes Long Bench in Noir Ebene, and I want that for the end of my bed because we have a really nice bench right now that we use. It has its storage in there. It's very nice, but this is even nicer. So I'm gonna have one of those to furnish my bedroom. All right, so we're leaving Hermes and we're heading on down over to Dior because, you know, you have to hit Dior up. So you know, I'm having the hardest time drinking water, and I know what's going to help me drink that water is these fabulous water glasses, and they're only $390 a glass, so obviously that's going to help me drink water and know how important water is because they come out of this great crystal glass. So at least one of those, but probably a set, you know, a few. They're quite beautiful. And next we're going to go over to the dinnerware, and there's these lovely ABC Dior dinner plates. I think I like the ones with the ocean, the teal one. Any of them would actually work out. Maybe I need all of them. That'd be a set of 12, wouldn't it? So at the very least I'd need 8, but yeah, maybe 12. I mean, it's just, they're only $1,000 each set of 4. What the heck? We're just, and we might break a few. I mean, we need doubles, right? Yeah, you need those definitely. All right, so then we're moving over to Chanel, and don't shoot me. I am not the biggest fan of Chanel. Even with Money Was No Object, there's not a whole lot I like from them, but I'm really enamored with the Dovel tote. I just like the way it looks, and I do prefer it in the leather version, and that's what I would want. I would want a leather version, probably a black or a navy, but really I've seen every color, and they're all really, really, really pretty. I mean, the raffia ones are cute too. They're all cute for me, trust me. But I think for the money, it seems just more practical to get the leather, but here we are saying money is no object, so what do I care? Give me one in every color. Just load them in, bring them all here. We're all set. So that's all I would get from Chanel. So I'm gonna round out my list there. That's 6 at Louis Vuitton, because Louis Vuitton is my first love and where my heart belongs. So number 7 is going to be and they're from the Object Nomads area of the Louis Vuitton site. And I first saw these, I want to say it's 50 Plus Luxury Styles channel, and I'm completely blanking on her name. I'm so sorry. I'll put it in here. She got, I think, one of these as a gift from her client advisor, and I was like, that's just the best gift ever. And I saw them and went, those are fabulous. So I need all of those. I'm going to put them all in a number 8 will be these vases that look like the Noé and the Boat Chapeau. So gotta have those, and they're gonna go right there on that shelf because that's where they'd look fabulous, right? So that's number 8. Number 9, yeah, you can't walk out of Louis Vuitton without some trunks. So I believe it was Jame who said she needed a the beauty one, the big tall that's lined in pink. Gotta have that. Gonna buy that for sure. But I also need something for my pretty massive perfume collection, and on the website I only saw one that held 3 and then some trinkets. Well, then I'm gonna need to have a custom one made for all of my fragrances, so we're gonna have to have one of those couture trunks made for my collection. Last but not least, number 10, I will never, more than likely never in my life, get a Capucines. Those are like becoming the Birkin and the Chanel flaps. They're just becoming incredibly out of my price range, and I like them a lot that I'd want to have more than one, so it just doesn't make sense to ever order one. So now that money is no object, I am going to ask for the Pacific Coral Reef Capucine alligator in the mini size. It is beautiful. I mean, I'm going to insert a picture right here. It is the most gorgeous looking rainbow pastel Capucines I've ever seen. I don't think there's ever been one that's really, I guess, spoken to me or got after my heart. And if I had no limits, that's probably where I would buy, because it's spectacular. It is a statement. Beautiful, beautiful piece. So I love it. So those are the 10 items I would buy if money were no object. Now, obviously, there, we might talk about some cars and some other things too. I kept jewelry off the list because you can, go pretty crazy, and I couldn't narrow it down, quite frankly. So, anyway, if you're interested in doing this tag, please do so. I'm not going to force anybody, but it seemed fun. So, live a little, go off and do a virtual shopping spree out there and make a little tiny video about what 10 luxury items you'd buy if money were no object. So thanks for listening, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.